So let's have again the pseudocode. So flowchart first. So again, I have the start, flow lines. Ask the user to input the value in Celsius. After inputting the value, process the Fahrenheit equals to 9/5 times parenthesis Celsius plus 32. Then flow lines again. Another output symbol, and we display the value of Fahrenheit, and then end of the flowchart. For the pseudocode, so again, variables used. So we use Cel and Fahrenheit are numeric. Begin, so that's again the start. Then we're going to accept the value of Celsius, process the Fahrenheit equals 9/5 times Cel plus 32. Then we're going to display the Fahrenheit. So again, I'm going to use display Fahrenheit equals Fahrenheit, and then end. So this is the same as this one. So that's the solution in doing and getting the value of Fahrenheit, both flowchart and pseudocode. Another example for sequential. Pepperoni Plus Plus Pizza House charges 10% service charge and 5% sales tax on the gross bill of the customer. Create a flowchart in a pseudocode that would input the gross bill of the customer and the amount given by the customer to the waiter. It must output the customer's total bill and change if there's any. Let's identify first again here the input, the output, and the process. As you can see in our problem, there's no more equation, and we need to formulate already the equation for this particular example. So here, we need to identify what should be the input, what should be the output, and we need to identify also the process. Okay, except for the input-output process, we need to also identify if there are constant values. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so let's read again. Pepperoni Plus Plus Pizza House charges 10% service charge. So that's a constant. 10% service charge. Okay, or let's have service charge is equals to 10%. But again, 10% is not allowed when we are dealing with processing it in flowchart and in pseudocode. So we need to convert this to 0.1. And 5% sales tax on the gross bill of the customer. So there is also another constant. So that's what we call the sales tax. That's 5%. So that is equivalent to 0.05 to make it correct. Okay, so that's fine. So that's all the constant. Create a flowchart in a pseudocode that would input. What should be the input? The gross bill of the customer. So let's make it G bill. And the amount given by the customer. Let's make it tendered amount or tender amount. Okay, by the customer to the waiter. And what should be the output? The output should be customer's total bill and change if any. So I need to use T bill, and then I need to use change variable. So This is for the total bill and this is for the change. Okay? So now, how are we going to do the process? So let's have first process T-bill. And let's have cite an example. So let's say, for example, I went to Pepperoni Plus Plus Pizza House and I actually ordered with amount of 500 pesos. Okay, then when I get my bill, so it becomes like 575 pesos. So from 500, which is my order, when I get my total bill, there's an additional 75 pesos. That is because of the service charge and the sales tax. So how are we going to do that here? Okay, so we need to use the gross bill, or sorry, the G bill. So that's my 500. In addition, I need to get the 10% of the service charge and the sales tax. So this is for the sales tax and this is for the service charge. So I may use my variable SC or directly use point 0.1 here. So let's say for example point 0.1 times G bill. So this is 10% of 500. 10% of 500, I think that's for example 50. So 500 plus 50, 550. And the other one is 0.05 times G bill. So this is the 25 pesos. 25. Okay? So when you add 500, your order, including two charges, the service charge and the sales tax, this becomes 575. Now for the change, we're going to make use of tendered amount. For example, I received my bill and I give the waiter 1,000 pesos minus my total bill, which is 575. So that should be the change. Okay, so this becomes 425 if in case. Okay, so we're going to do now, the next slide will be for how are we going to do the flowchart and the pseudocode. So let's now create the flowchart first and then the pseudocode. So for the flowchart, you need to use the lozenge symbol, start, flow lines, and I'm going to input my gross bill and my tender amount. And then I need to process the values that we process in the process when we analyze it. So this is T bill equals C bill plus 0.1 times G bill plus 0.05 times G bill. Then the other one is change equals tender amount minus T bill. Then output should be output T bill and change. After that, end the flowchart. So for the pseudocode, we use variables used, G bill, tender amount are numeric, then T bill and change also are numeric. Then I have to use begin, then to accept the value of gbill and tender amount. Then process tbill equals gbill plus 0.1 times gbill plus 0.05 times gbill. Then for the display or output, I'm going to display total bill equals comma tbill display change equals comma change, and then end. So that's the solution of getting the total bill and the change.